Hello, friends. It's time once again for your monthly Lightworker forecast from Archangel Metatron. This one highlights respite, self-care, and fun. Yes, there are still some difficult parts, but better forewarned so that we might prepare. Overall, it's a hopeful message, so please stay tuned until the very end as I have some extra angel wisdom to share for those who are struggling. Hi, this is Debbra Lupien, voice of the Akashic Records, with your October forecast. So without further ado, here comes Metatron. October will be decidedly brighter, more sunshine, a respite from the darkness. This is one of those make hay while the sunshine months because more challenges lie ahead. It would be wise to prepare necessary supplies for yourself and your neighbors to sustain you through the coming challenges. Preparedness is the watchword for October. Gaia is not finished with her healing process, which means more uncomfortable ripples for all life she supports. Imagine she is even now stretching her spine as her Kundalini heals and rises, transforming into a spine of steel, which will serve her and you through future challenges. You mean that metaphorically? Spine of steel? Yes, metaphorically. Gaia is not manufacturing steel. She will use the resources at hand to expand and fortify herself. Aside from climate disaster preparedness, what is the wisest use of our time? Self-care is extremely important as you shore up physically and mentally, preparedness in all aspects of life. We encourage you to take full advantage of this respite to rededicate yourself to or start a routine of regular self-care. There's yet far to go on this journey. You'll need to be strong, vital, and focused for the challenges ahead. Are you saying the climate disasters will abate in October? They will not stop completely, for the cycle is in progress. However, they will lessen a bit, giving you breathing room to reconnoiter and prepare for a future onslaught. After all, Gaia needs a respite as well. She expended a significant amount of energy in September. She'll regroup and strategize about what next serves her best. Here, we must pause to remind you, this isn't personal. Gaia is practicing self-care and healing, just as we so often recommend for you. Never forget, ebb and flow. Gaia reminds you of this principle regularly. Watch the tides that exemplify this principle of balance. What about the war? Is it winding down, or is that wishful thinking? We suggest that instead of worrying whether it's winding down, you focus on gratitude that Ukraine is holding its own. Remember, the Ukrainian souls signed up for this challenge. Let their example fortify your own resolve to be sovereign, to do all that you can each day to expand your consciousness, thus preparing for your own challenges. That is your most important work at this time. In the past, there was room for you to meander along. Now, as the time of the psychic battle for control of Earth draws near, you would be wise to flip the switch to focus on preparedness. Just as the squirrel prepares for winter by gathering nuts, so too would you benefit by planning further ahead for your needs, because you don't know where Gaia's healing efforts will create destructive forces. We're not suggesting doomsday-style preparedness. Neither do we wish to alarm you. Rather, our purpose is to encourage you to be sensible and prepare to metaphorically, if not figuratively, stay afloat as you face challenges. What if, like many of the recent storm victims, your home were destroyed? Do you have a plan to secure alternate housing? Just as on an airplane, you are instructed to be cognizant of where the exits are located in case of emergency. So too should you have awareness of exits to safety in your everyday life. If disaster approaches and you plan to escape by motor vehicle, do you have a route planned? You may not have time nor opportunity to do that should it happen. Power goes out. Internet may be unavailable. What if you have to resort to escaping on foot? Think about those eventualities and make a plan. Make a game out of it to keep your energy light. We'll say it again. This month is all about preparedness. We don't say that lightly and wouldn't say it were it not necessary. Having a plan allows you to breathe, relax, and allow events to work out as they may. Stress and worry do not serve, and in fact may draw the very things you fear to you. Our words are not meant to send you into a tizzy. They are cautionary so that you will be prepared to meet whatever challenges. Now is a good time to tune into your intuition and allow it to guide you in these matters. Not fear and spinning scary tales about things that may never happen. Calm, logical examination of your situation in order to implement a preparedness plan. Did we mention preparedness? After you've seen to your needs with regards to preparedness, then it's time to flip the switch back to focusing on your soul's purposeful journey. Never forget, the overriding priority is always about fulfilling your soul plan for this life. If you haven't already, now would be a good time to connect with other lightworkers. Support and encourage one another now so that you might stand together in strength and solidarity when your world metaphorically flips upside down. Yes, I know this message feels heavy, even though October is your respite month. It does not serve you to be kept in the dark. Even though the news is not puppy dogs and rainbows, there's still love, light, and hope for a brighter tomorrow. It will take dedication and effort, but you are more than up to the task. At least you will be if you heed our words and practice due diligence in regards to, say it with me, preparedness. October is a month of frivolity, fantasy, and fun. You can still have that. In fact, we encourage you to soak it all up and enjoy yourselves once you've got your ducks in order with regard to preparedness. We will continue to beat the drum of preparedness for as long as is necessary. Truly, we're not any happier about the repetition than you. However, it is our commitment to your well-being that necessitates continuing to beat this particular drum. We are here with you every step of the way, helping you cross over into the new promised land of Earthtopia. Will the respite last the entire month? That is the present projection, although, as you know, nothing is set in stone and it could change. Unlikely as things stand, so don't procrastinate over making your plan. Make the most of this opportunity. There are more challenges ahead with regard to world economies. Thus, preparing now before financial challenges increase would serve you well. In other words, don't wait. The shadow of death is still hovering. There will be more departures. Again, we remind you that souls only depart when they are ready. Do your best to remember so that you might celebrate the completion of their life cycle rather than getting dragged into depression and mourning. Truly, there is nothing to mourn. They are not gone. They are always with you. They are beyond the grasp of the horrors some have yet to face. We do not say this to engender fear. It is simply a fact. This is why we've been beating the drum of connecting with your angels for so long. That strong connection will sustain you, sometimes saving you from disaster or harm. It's an important part of your soul expansion. You will be challenged like never before, certainly in this lifetime. Yet again, we urge you not to step into fear, for that leads you to more fear and more as you descend into darkness. Look to the light. Lean on your angels and fellow lightworkers. You knew what you were getting into when you chose this life. This is the time you prepared for over many lifetimes. Allow yourself to be excited about the shift. Despite the difficulties, it will all be worth it, we promise. In the years to come, long after you've moved on from this life, your descendants will sit around campfires, recounting tales of your brave deeds. Yes, it's that kind of transformative time you signed on for. Embrace the challenge with gusto and excitement. This is the time when your soul experiences tremendous expansion. The journey offers many exhilarating opportunities as you and your fellow lightworkers carve out a whole new world for humanity. Even now, the Dark Ones cower in fear, for they too know what is to come. They are hunkering down to fight, but deep down, they know they are doomed to fail, for it can be no other way in the grand tapestry of life. Always it has been this way, always it will remain as light triumphs over dark. Are you ready to be the hero of your own story? Your time is now. A new era will soon dawn. It draws ever closer, and it is worth every bit of effort required to manifest. You've got the power, indeed. One day at a time, don't fret about tomorrow. Lean into love and joy each moment of your delicious life. Selah. There you have it, friends. Let's lean into fun and self-care as much as possible during our respite month so that we'll be prepared for the challenges still to come. Remember, there's always a choice you can make to shift your energy and circumstances towards a positive track. Sometimes that choice may be something you really don't want to do, but taking action is the way to work towards your positive choices. It truly will make all the difference, so don't let temporary circumstances defeat you. Make the hard choice and move on. The sooner the better. File this golden angel wisdom nugget away for when you need it, so that you'll be prepared to triumph over any challenge. Now, please join me in sending love and light, along with legions of angels, to the many who are reeling from weather event devastation and those still engaged in fighting for their way of life in Ukraine. Together, we call upon all available angels to help lift the spirits of those who are struggling so they might focus on positive choices and actions rather than getting sucked into that kind of despair and hopelessness that causes souls to lose their way. Be with them, comfort and reassure them that a brighter tomorrow will come. Bathe them in love and vital force energy for as long as necessary. Amen. And with grateful hearts we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is Debbra Lupien, voice of the Akashic Records. Until next time.